welcome back to Elevate Your Energy. I'm Nia, and for today's spread, I asked, what is your next great adventure? So I shuffled the deck already and I laid out 8 cards. So I'm going to turn them over and we're going to see what your next great adventure is. So y'all know how we do. Before we get into the cards, we're going to look at what's at the bottom of the deck. So I have 2 piles, and on this pile at the bottom we have the Ace of Wands. So whatever this next adventure consists of, it's going to be something that is fun, that's passionate, that allows for creativity and transformation. Here with the butterfly, there's definitely going to be a lot of magic, and there's also going to be a lot of growth. Already I can tell from this flower plant that's in this person's hand. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles on the bottom of this deck. So this journey is also going to be about your money. This journey feels like it feels like it's going to be a journey to self. A journey to self in a new passionate, creative way, where I don't know why I feel like you're the muse. Like you're the muse. I feel like this is gonna be building up self, building something up. So let's go. Okay, y'all. So we have the Justice card first being clarified by the King of Pentacles. So already this next great adventure of yours is gonna be one of balancing out the scales. And I feel like y'all are going to be wealthy. And that can be monetarily, but that can be in so many different aspects. I feel like whatever it is that you're desiring, that's what's going to come forward in this next great journey and great adventure. I feel like y'all are also gonna be taking like a power position in your own life, or like really taking a stand for like what works for you and what serves you, right? So I feel like that's also part of like balancing the scales, is realizing where you might have been like over giving or overdoing, right? And learning how to pour more into self. Or if you were pouring a lot into self but really not like involved in community or like putting yourself out there, I feel like that's gonna balance out. You know, take the story how it resonates for you. But I feel like this next great adventure is going to allow you to travel. As you can see here, you might even end up on a cruise or on a boat. You might end up owning your own boat. But either way, I feel like this next journey is about you really learning how to steer your own ship and really take control of your own life, essentially, and really like start figuring out where exactly do you want to navigate, right? Because the world is so like large and vast. It's like, what path exactly is it that you want to chart, right? But I feel like with discovering, I just feel like there's gonna be a lot of discovery, right? Because the next card that we have out here is the Tower. So I feel like this next adventure is going to bring a lot of change. I feel like it's going to uproot a lot of things. And we have the King of Swords here clarifying the Tower. So this next adventure, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of movement too, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot of clarity that comes in. You're probably gonna learn a lot of information on this next new journey. This could be a lot of information about yourself, but it feels like you learn through experience. That's what this next journey feels like. It feels like you learn by doing. You see how this person is here, like on the top of the mountain, like is this a bird? Yeah, they have like this bird or like a hawk on their arm, and then they have the bow and arrow. I feel like this is like trying things, putting yourself out there, like really being in the adventure, right? Not just dreaming about it, not just thinking about it, but collecting information by experience. And I feel like that's part of the Tower, is learning how to do things in a new way and changing up your scenery, changing up your environment, changing up your day-to-day routine, essentially. Okay, and then we have the Four of Cups here with the Nine of Wands. So I feel like part of this journey is to not get discouraged, because I feel like with this Four of Cups here that the journey at all times is not going to look like exactly what you think it is. I feel like this is definitely going to be a journey where you're like charting, or you're wandering, how do you say that phrase? You're wandering through uncharted territory, you're navigating through uncharted territory. So there could be moments where you don't exactly know what's going on, but I feel like encouragement here too is like not to give up, not to get disappointed, or not to get caught up in like expectations of what you thought this was supposed to be, right? And I feel like, it can get a little like scary, right? Because like this is new, but I feel like this is also encouraging you to not just put up walls and just like shut yourself in or shut yourself off from the outside world. And with that too, I feel like with this Four of Cups here, like if we're just looking at the imagery, I feel like this new adventure is going to require you to like again have balance, right? We start off with the Justice. I feel like this new adventure is also going to be about teaching you balance too, right? Like learning how to balance like that adventure and taking initiative and like go with also like checking in with yourself and really taking the time to be introspective and journal and really like reflect on like what are you learning at each stage, like what have you accomplished at each stage, like what did you discover about yourself at each stage. And I feel like that time is also necessary too for you to like, this kind of feels like this adventure kind of feels like it's kind of like breaking you open, like to be more open-minded also, right? Because there's a shell, there's like an opportunity being presented this to this person, but their head is turned, they can't fully see it, like their head might be too in the book at times, right? So I feel like this is also like encouraging you to like pick your head up too, and to like see the opportunities that are all around you, and to be resilient in that. Like I was saying, like advice of to like not get discouraged. I feel like this Nine of Wands here is also about like being resilient along the journey too, right? Because this spread ends off with the Six of Wands being clarified by the Ten of Cups. Like this is success, this is happiness, this is joy, this is fulfillment, this is literally like all the desires of your heart all coming through. Like you close out this journey with success and with joy and with happiness and love and connection and family, if that's what you're wanting, or community, even the accolades and all that stuff, if that's what you want to. Like this is where this journey leads you to, is fulfillment, right? That is your divine justice, but with that balancing of the scales, things have to change. So however life looks like for you right now, it's going to change, but it's honestly feels like to bring back the spark, like bring back the excitement, bring back your like willingness to try new things. I just saw 911 on the time. Like your willingness to like not be so afraid. It's like maybe once upon a time you were like willing to adventure and go out there, and then it's like something could have gotten shaken up and just kind of made you feel like, is this all even worth it? But it's like it is worth it. It's like all of these events were aligned and designed to help you just realize how resilient you actually are and how much you can do this. So like now is not, this is a reminder for when you're on that journey to not give up, because this is what you're working towards. You're working to the success, the spotlight, and the love.